Hold on one second. You can proceed.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Gifty Safua and I'm calling in from Germany. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, each and everyone. Welcome to Heroes Webinar. You are most welcome. We are all heroes because OnPassive has made us heroes. We thank God for the life of Mr. Ashmo Farah for making us heroes. Without wasting much time, we call upon our dear brother, Mr. Redfin, to give us update of OnPassive. Mr. Redfin, please, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Great to be here on Heroes. Sorry I missed last week, but I had obviously a family that came in the way. There you go. It's a bit like that at the moment with my mum, unfortunately, so it takes precedent over the stuff. But what a week in OnPassive land we have had. You know, we keep saying as leaders to all you guys, stay plugged in, stay up to date, because there really has been so much going on just in 1 week, and it's obviously culminated in what happened this morning as well, with even more information. So let's just do a bit of a week recap of where we are from last Sunday's webinar with the heroes. So Monday came in and we had a brand new website, absolutely fantastic. If you've noticed, they are getting earlier and earlier in the morning. Normally Europeans are some of the first to see that website because it's there in the morning when we wake up, and it's getting earlier and earlier. And then what some of our leaders have been seeing in a chat that we have with our CEO, Ashmo Farah, is he's been drip feeding us for the last week or so of things that have been happening in the background. He shared some screen shares and some videos of what OConnect is looking like, how it's all going to be integrated, the layouts, and seeing the individual people on the screen, all sorts of really cool things that are going to be integrated into OConnect. He showed us the AI whiteboard. If you remember the AI whiteboard he talked about on one of the webinars, he showed us how that's going to look and how that's going to work. And I can tell you, it is pretty special, I can assure you. Also, he showed us the file sharing. Remember, he showed us that that's going to be not only in OConnect, it's also going to be in the OMail as well. He shared us a few things about the OMails, how it's going to look with accepting people's email requests to make sure that you know these people before they go into your list of people that you know. That's going to be there, and lots of other things. And obviously we hadn't heard from our CEO for a week, 10 days or so. So obviously on my lives, I was trying to bring you guys up to date with as much information as possible as we were going along, because I really wanted you all to see what I could see. Then Tuesday came. Again, we hadn't had any major updates by then. And then on Wednesday, we had the 360. Now, prior to 360, what popped up in the onpassive.com website? A brand new website. And in fact, probably the best website I've seen to date was that one we had on Wednesday. And I hope you all had fun moving a mouse around the screen and following it and trying to keep it back in that circle and all over the place. Great fun, great graphics, like the orange and the white. It really was amazing to see. But the main importance of what happened on Wednesday was it was a whole day earlier. We're used to at the moment seeing 2 websites a week, one on a Monday, one on a Thursday. This one snuck in without anyone telling us, didn't it, on Wednesday? And we were like, wow, what's going on here? And then obviously on 360, our CEO came on. He gate crashed me, Marty, and Chris Johnson. And not only did he gate crash it, but he brought Hyderabad along with him. He'd been having a very long brainstorming session with them. He was just having a break and he said he was coming to 360 with myself and the other guys. And Hyderabad said, well, can we come as well? And he was just in the middle of having a break and then going over to have his meeting in Dubai. So it really was great to see our CEO for the first time in a while. But what was important to that is he brought us up to date with why we are seeing the website on Wednesday, and that is because we are now moving to 3 a week, so Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and this is going to continue until we get any notification that it's going to be moving to 1 a day or even more, if you remember what he said. It was also amazing to hear from the guys in Hyderabad. I've said this many times, that we as founders are doing our part to help found this company. This is what our job is. We pay our money to be part of the company from its inception to when we roll it out as a customer-based business, and we do our part to spread the word of OnPassive, to introduce it to like-minded people and grow that foundership. Obviously that is closed now, but that has been our job. It was great to hear the tech guys in Hyderabad having as much passion about the company as we do as founders. And when you have not only the people who are designing the products and services for OnPassive, who have got that passion, who have got that vision the same as we have, you know, when you have both ends of that spectrum, the founders, the workers, and our CEO all working towards the common good and goal of OnPassive, then we are destined to win. There is going to be no failure because we are all stronger together. I've said it many times. And then what else happened? Thursday, we got notification on the Wednesday that there was going to be a corporate webinar on Thursday. And boy, did it not disappoint. Unfortunately, I missed it again because of family commitments with my mum, unfortunately. But Jane represented the Redfern household very well on that. I caught the replay in the morning, and talk about jaw-dropping, drop the mic, and all the rest of it. It was an amazing webinar. I really liked as well the new style, I suppose, look of our CEO. We have been saying for quite a long time, many of the leaders, that we actually feel that we are divulging too much information to the founders as far as screen shares is concerned, because as much as our CEO wants to trust everybody, that's his natural instinct, that's how he is, that's who he is, he likes to trust people. Unfortunately, as we have heard and seen, some of the information has got to, I will use the word competitors, and they have started implementing some of the things, whether it's coincidence or not, we don't know. But what he was determined to do is to protect the development of OnPassive for the future. So I would be pretty shocked if we start seeing the screen shares like we have in the past, unless it is done and dusted, unless it has been patented, and unless it is copywritten and all the rest of it. I cannot foresee the general foundership seeing these screen shares anymore. And I like that. Why shouldn't we want to protect the company? Why shouldn't we want to protect what we have rather than giving it freely to somebody else who may end up being a competitor in the product field that they are looking at? Also, we had, in my opinion, probably the most definitive timeline of when we are going to see activation of the accounts. And I won't say it on here, but if you want to know it, then just go and watch the recording. It's in the back office. But it is very imminent, guys. What that rate is going to be, we will find out in due course. But the one thing that every founder needs to understand is, Ashmi Farah has always said, it will be affordable. And what he will probably do is he will make it affordable in various optional ways. And obviously he will give us that information when we need it to activate the account. But things are looking very, very good. You know, we thought things can't get any better. And we had obviously the recaps and all the rest of it on Friday. Saturday there was a Shimla Hills meet and greet, and then this morning we had the Mumbai, and he came on when we thought things couldn't get any better. Boom, another drop the mic moment with a new product that is going to be launched, not in conjunction with the big event in November, but within that time frame it's going to be there. And I can publicly say on here it's going to be called OPlay. For now, that name might change, but OPlay is a product that is going to run concurrently live with your favorite sports games that you have on your TV. He gave a little bit of a summary of how it's going to work. And again, if you want to know how that is going to work, then the recording is on everyone's Facebook, YouTube channels, and you can grab the recording from wherever you want. But it's safe to say, guys, if you cast your minds back not that long ago, can you remember the hysteria that was surrounded the Wii? Okay, remember the interactive game that you played on your TV? You had a Wii stick and you played tennis and all sorts of stuff. You know, it was massive across the globe, and I mean massive. People couldn't get them, you know. Now, can you imagine if OPlay has that kind of pickup from the general public? You know, that one thing alone is absolutely mind-boggling, the amount of the amount of revenue that will generate. The other one as well, if you remember the Pokemon one, where it was on your phone and people had to find on the street maps where Pokemon was. Okay, now that was a huge sensational hit. People were going mad for where the Pokemon was. In fact, people were getting run over and all sorts of stuff, weren't they, trying to find it? But it was sensational. And what caused the collapse of that? Poor preparation. There was such a demand for it, it crashed the sites and it never ever came back again, if you remember. So this is how things truly go viral. Now, OPlay might be exactly the same. And if it does, you know, we as founders are going to share in that viral revenue that is going to happen for the company. Absolutely amazing. So just when you thought it couldn't get better, boom, another drop of the mic moment came from our CEO, Ash Mufareh. So things are looking good, and all of what I've just said has happened in 1 week. 1 week, 7 days. All those things I've just said have happened. So when people say to you, well, not much is happening, they really are not plugged in. They really are up to date with how quickly things are happening. I had a conversation with Marty yesterday or the day before. In the early days, I can remember we didn't see or hear from our CEO for 6, 7, or even 8 weeks at one occasion. Now people are running around like headless chickens if they don't hear or see from him for a week. You know, if you don't see him, that's good news, because it means he hasn't got time to come and see us. It means he's working his behind off on our behalf, for the company's behalf. And we now are in the position where we are very shortly going to reap the rewards of a dedication to this company. And I congratulate everyone for staying the course. I wish sometimes that I'd enjoyed the journey a little bit more than I have, but there has been some highs and there has been some lows along it, but it all makes a very, very good story at the end of it. I couldn't have wished to be in a better place than I am at the moment. I hope the foundership feel exactly the same. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to remind little old me, Red Redfern, a chef by trade, he's a big part of this massive company. And I'm sure every single one of you here, thank your lucky stars that you are a founder as well. And so you should do. Anyway, that's my update for today. I could have gone over the whole of the Thursday one, but there was just too much information in there. So I just thought I'd recap the whole week. Anyway, back to Gifty. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Redfern. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We now call upon our dear OTech pros, Brother Collins, Brother Oliver, Brother Bob, Brother Vincent. Please take it over and give us what you have, please.
Thank you, Star Gifty. Just want to greet all the founders here. So I will take it and then Vincent will come later. Red, thank you for the great update. Though you missed, but at least you gave all the, all the ingredients of what Mr. Ash Mufarah said on Thursday, and even a recap on the last night webinar, this early morning webinar with Mumbai, though some of us missed it because it was really early in the United Kingdom. But that was really, really great, honestly. And if you're a founder, you're not excited, then you really need to think twice, because we are already there, as Fred said. Everything is working, on our favor. And this is the timing. Honestly, we're talking about timing. This is the time for OnPassive. So 4 things I will really pick, because, remember, Ash called us on that webinar on Thursday and asked us to break things down. Because, Ash is a very busy man, as Fred said. Ash doesn't really have time to really break things down. He just say it, and then those who can get it, they can get it, and then go and break it down. 3, I will just talk about 4 things. Ash talked about switch functionality, in our the webinar application, or whatever you can call it, switch functionality. Ash talked about concurrency. Again, this is again on our OConnect. Ash talked about OMail, and Ash talked about randomization of our website, which Red have already spoken about it. Our website will be changing every 3 days, and the time is coming where it will be every day. Even the Hyderabad guys, they were so excited to say, let us have it every hour. I said, no, slow down, because someone can go in, wanted to pay, and then the website just dynamically change. I said, no, maybe I'm in the wrong place. I can't do this. It will be very, very scary, especially for the customers or the users. I said, no, we can't do it like this. Let's take it once a day. So if we talk about 1.4 million websites, we say 1.4 million of us, we talk about randomization. It means Sister Gifty website in a day will not be like Lynn Nakamoto or Andy Berg. It will be changing. Remember, the way OnPassive structure the business, you have, as a founder, you have your website hosted on a domain. And this domain, and the website will hold all the products. What Ash Mufarah will give us, the package that you will take, will be on that website. That is where you'll be making everything. Now, this website will be changing dynamically every day, right? Every day, 1.4 million. It means my website will not look the same as your website, but the content and the products, everything will be there. You're talking about 1.4 million website running differently, and what does that tell you? This is a marketing thing. The marketers will tell you, like Tony Monks here will tell you, when the website is changing, appealing to the customer, what it means, it will drive a lot of customers. People will look at it and they'll say, no, let's come in. Those guys, they are region. I will not even go too much about the randomization, but that's what it means, that your website will be changing and 2 websites will never be the same. Now we can have it because it's all the same. When you change every day, your link, you go and you look at your link, it's there to the mom. But when we get there, maybe by the time we get to the market where they'll launch everything to the market, no website will look the same. My website will be different from your website, changing dynamically. 1.4 million. That's what Ash want to say. That is a massive, massive gain for OnPassive, because it is difficult to see this. Now we're talking about switch functionality. The application we have, let's dive a little bit to other products out there. We talk about Facebook. Facebook has what? Facebook has WhatsApp, right? They have, we're talking about Messenger. Now, if we say all of us here, how many people Messenger can take? We are all in Messenger. and we said, all right, we want to go to WhatsApp because it's still owned by Facebook. We have to log out and then log in into Messenger. But when they are talking about switch functionality in on passive, it means I can just click a button, say we're having this meeting. I say, all right, let's move on to OPAL. Click that button. We'll just automatically switch onto OPAL without logging out. That is massive, never heard of. And we're talking about web-based application. We can just switch from one place to the other. And within OConnect, we're talking about OConnect. OConnect has a lot of different functionality. We're talking about voice. We're talking about video conferencing and radio and audio conferencing. We're talking about audio conference. So everything is there. We can just switch within one function to the other without logging out. That is massive in OnPassive. That is what they call switch functionality. We switch from one application to the other without logging out. I don't know if you guys really understand this, what Ash was saying. Never, ever, it has never, ever been done before. OnPassive will be the first company to do this. And tell me who will not come to OnPassive, where I don't have to log out and wait for people to come and say, no, I'm tired of too many logins. I just want to be there. You know, human beings, we are lazy. Honestly, computer is making us to be lazy. And because we want to do things, not like we are lazy, it's because we want to do things as quick as possible. So technology is there to better our life and to ease our life because there is no time. Every time you waste is money. So what OnPassive is doing is to cut down that time frame for us to do our job and do things better. So what OnPassive is doing is just like they want our job to be more effective and efficient. That's what OnPassive is doing by cutting down time frame. Now we're talking about concurrency of OConnect. How many users do you think OnPassive can take in now, OConnect, per Zoom? Like we're talking about webinar platform. I said it that time, the corporate webinar, we know so much more than maybe 1,000 or 2,000. And so we'll be hitting 20,000 before we even go to the market. Now the concurrency is it. We're talking about the unlimited number of hostage, so of webinar, hostage. Now we can say 1 million meetings are going across the world. Now we have Zoom, right? Do you know how many meetings are going across the world now as we are holding our meeting now simultaneously? We're talking about 1 million, maybe 2 million. We don't know the amount. But I guess it can be 2 million because the globe is massive. People are having Zoom meeting everywhere as we speak. Sometimes when we sit on Zoom, what happens? Sometimes it's like a little bit shaky because we're talking about all of this big data going to a database, hitting the server, doing things. And if the system is not strong, sometimes it kick people out, bring people in, or all of those things. We are complaining. Now, OnPassive is coming with that particular nature, better and bigger than even Zoom. I don't want even to say that, but it is massive. We have our data center. Thank God we have a data center. Now, to say this meeting can host 20,000 or say 10,000 or 2,000 people. We talk about 2 million meetings or 1 million or 1 billion going. OnPassive can hold it. And then within each meeting, we're talking about 10,000 or 2,000 or whatever. OnPassive will hold that and the system will not blink. Because every image you see here is a data. All the pictures, the graphic we're seeing here, they are all data. And when they are hitting that server and nobody will be kicked out and all of those things, it shows that the system is stable. We call it performance. That is massive, massive. That's what Ash was talking about, concurrency. Having multiple meetings and each meeting can hold 10, 15, 2,000, 3,000 and the system will not blink simultaneously. So I believe we get that. And then let's go to OMail. One of the things about OMail, Ash talk about what we're talking about OMail, where you can have a lot of functionality within OMail, which go to your back office, you will see it. OMail has a lot of functionality, which we cannot break its security. You can have secure this, secure that, and all of those. Anything you do, OMail is a different monster, a different beast. It's not like a normal mail like Gmail. Lot of things are in there, which I will not say because it's more proprietary. But those who miss it, go and look at the recap. You'll be blown up. It is massive and massive and massive. But we are talking about data. And thank God we have, what we call the data center. Red just mentioned the Play. OPlay. We're talking about OPlay, which is gaming. It's not like the normal game where, because I said I will not put my hand in anything that are not really clean. But this is something that you can sit, relax, and you do things. Maybe every sport you want, you can play. How many people go online and they do something and you are being paid? Play will pay you. While you are making money. I said it today. You are making money while you play whatever sport you want. And these are all big, big data. Remember, you are sitting. Honestly, there is nobody who will not come into OnPassive because I like to play. I love football. Maybe Red love football. Some people like cricket. Somebody will like different sport. You sit in comfort of your home and you're just gaming. And what will happen? Your wallet is piling. You win, you get, and it's just like you are part, not like playing the game, but you are involved in that game. Ash already read or talk about all of this way and all of those things we used to play, connect with your computer and you're playing. People spend 10, 15 hours playing and they're not getting anything. But OnPassive will be giving you something if you're winning, depending on how Ash will structure it. So I just want to say that, and it is massive, massive, massive. And the good news is we have data center to hold all this data. So I'll trade for Brother Vincent to take it, or Stagifty, take it over from there. Thank you.
Brother Vincent, are you there?
Okay, yeah, I'm there. Thank you, Sister Gifty. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, hello to all the participants. Hello, all great leaders here. I say hello to you all. Yeah. So today, I would Collins, I think he said all, but I will say a little bit about the database integration system, and to add it to what my brother Collins said. Okay. Thank you, Red, for the great presentation. Also, thank you, Collins, too, for this also presentation. Thank you all. You did very well. So I'll talk about the switch technology. So the switch technology, our CEO said about Thursday, is about the integration of multiple systems. Because when you switch from one technology to another, is what the system, the techs in Adiraba, they did, is they make the integration of the multiple systems. So we got OML, we can integrate OML to ONET, OConnect, all this. This is the good part of the integration. So the integration also is done under the database, because every single application we have in our system, OML have its own database. We got ONET has its own database. Then we have also OConnect. The all ecosystem we have, each one have its own database. So what the techs in Adiraba they did, they integrated all these systems to one database, so that if you're looking for information, you can go and take it from there and bring it down. So what this integration, the integration they did, the integration of the database, like they provide the home base to and from where all the share information you can flow from. So they put all together that if you're looking for information from OML, you go there and then you can grab the information. If you're looking information from ONET, you go to the database, the integration of the database, and then you get the information. This is what database integration, the tech guy did it for us. So Mr. Ash and his team, they did a great job. They integrate everything one together, because we have each system can use MySQL database system. Those can use SQL Server database system, Oracle database system. But they put all this together, and then it becomes like one big house where if you need the data, you go there and then you take it. But no one have done this thing before. This OnPassive is the first company to do this integration system, putting different systems together, and then you can switch from one to another, so that it's like one single system. But other companies, what they used to do, if you are working in one system and then you're looking to go to the next one, you switch off completely and then you go to another one, you open another application. That's what we've been using in a company everywhere. Because you are working, you can use maybe 7 or 6 applications, but anytime you want to use one, you have to switch off completely from one another and then you go to another. But what OnPassive have done, within one single platform, you can go switch from one application to another. So this was done under the database system. So what this brings to OnPassive, this system brings the integration, Mr. Ash and the Adiraba team, they did bring the better performance, like what Collins mentioned, because most of the time when you go to your system, you're looking for some time, and then sometime when you go, you click and then it's slow, you don't get any response quicker as the way you're looking. This is a performance issues. But on passive, we have that best performance. Anytime you go to the system, you get a good reply, good feedback from what application or what information you're looking for. This is what you call it on passive. This is better performance. Also good scalability. So it's good there. Any information, any way you want to use the system, and passive has made it for you so you can get that. And then also increase the reliability. So the system is reliable. Anything you want to do, you can get it done. So this is the reliability of our system. The last thing I'll talk about is security. Security also, we have a best security system for our ecosystem. Most of them, they are embedded with the artificial intelligence system. And the artificial intelligence system has the best security system in the world at the moment. And on passive have that best security system. We are using this security system. So no one have done that as well. We have also different security, like different security system we are using. All security devices we are using is the best security system, the latest security system we are using now. So combine all together, the integration of passive make our ecosystem the best of the best system in the world. So I believe on passive, this database integration, what Mr. Ash and team did, make on passive ecosystem the best system in the world. So, Sister Gifty, I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Brother Vincent. Thank you, Brother Collins. You guys are amazing. You guys have been teaching us a lot. God richly bless you guys. Now, time with Brother Andy. Brother Andy Bex, if you are there, please unmute yourself and give us ideas about our apples. Brother Andy, please take it over.
Hi, everyone. This week I've been trying to think of ways to attract the low-lying fruit. What do I mean by that? On Passive is going to do the heavy lifting with lots of these things and getting customers on board with their specific targeted traffic, as we well know. And as I've said before in these, if you want to bring on customers the easy way, I'm not talking about recruiting or anything like that. Take that out of the equation. I'm talking about bringing customers on board for things that we have that are free. ONET is a great example of that, and I've covered this before, but Marty's mentioned doing competitions, and you should now have a list of all of the Facebook friends that you have. And if you're that way inclined, what you should be also doing is looking to expand your network by adding friend requests to people, but not those on passive, because they're already customers. Target people that are not on passive. Look, you have a limitation on Facebook of 5,000 friends. And as I said, nobody likes Facebook. But for now, it's a tool that you can use. So if you start adding friends, as many as you can, that are not part of passive. Now, why do I say that? These become potential customers for you. And I thought of a simple and easy way. You can add a post on your Facebook and do a little survey. Now, if you do a little survey, you can ask several questions. So the questions are, do you people like Facebook? Yes or no? What do you think of the privacy laws with Facebook? Are they good or bad? Would you like a total correction to the corruption? Yes or no? Yes. Please send your email address to your email address, or better still, put your contact details in the bottom. All right, you're going to get customers coming to you without you having to do anything. Simple, easy. But in the meantime, add as many friends as you possibly can that are not on passive. They are potential customers for you. So you have another week maybe, and in that week you could add another 100 customers potentially. Hope that helps, Gifty. Your thought for the week.
It really helps. Thank you very much, Brother Andy. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's time for our dear Sister Comfort. My God, oh my goodness. My Rangers are making noise. Please forgive me. Sister Fumi and Sister Comfort, please kindly take it over. Sister Fumi and Sister Comfort.
Thank you very much, Sister Gifty. Sister Comfort is a bit busy today, so I'll be handling the questions and answers today. And I am Olufumilayo Fumi Williams from the UK, actually. So I'll be handling the questions and answers today. So I'm glad to be here with everyone, but I'm going to start with something that was said during the week. People, please, if you have any questions as relating to, we're going to be very careful today to make sure that whatever we are saying, I know we have sometimes guests in our midst, we're going to be careful with whatever we say and some questions. And please do not ask us support questions, because support is there to support founders as relating to support questions. I'll keep reminding everyone, and please, I'm going to be quite strict today, because if you ask support questions, when I've said no support questions, I'm going to have to stop you, okay? So bear with me very much on that. I'm not apologetic for it, because I've already explained that well in advance. So I want to go straight away with what was said. I can't remember in what context, but there's this thing about not an entitlement, but a blessing. Okay. I think our CEO mentioned something like that. That's not an entitlement, for a blessing. And it has to do with what Brother Red was talking about when he was doing this update as well, as in, issues that are happening. It's a blessing. So why is it a blessing? Why is it not an entitlement? Because people think that they paid $97. So is it an entitlement? But it's supposed to be a blessing. So I'm going to start from somewhere. Who would like to take that and explain more on that, please?
I can take that first, Sister Fumi.
Thank you, Brother Attorney.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's not an entitlement, because, I mean, just think of the fact that what we have here, we have a company that will give you your refund back after 4 years. So how can you have an entitlement to this company? How can you feel that you have any sort of entitlement at all when everything is given to you on a silver platter, pretty much for free? Right? There's no entitlement here. We have no entitlement at all. This is a gift. It's a gift right from the beginning. And it's even more of a gift today, because it was supposed to stop at a certain point. But it's gone beyond what we could possibly imagine. So seriously, think about it for a minute. How could you possibly think that you're entitled to anything in OnPassive when Ash is ready to give you your refund, even after 4 years of being here? That's all I have to say, Fumi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Attorney, for that. Does anyone want to add to that? Brother Collins, I can see you clapping there. Do you want to add to that for me, please?
Let me just add a little bit. Tony, just well said, Tony. It's true. It's not an entitlement. Remember, our CEO said something. We all came in for a cup of coffee. They gave us a whole supermarket. So you are not even entitled even to the supermarket. You came for a marketing platform. And what Tony said is right, because 2018, they wanted to shut it down. Tony and the rest who came into it and said, no, you know what, just go and do your thing. Let's continue to bring people in, because this is really good for us to keep it for ourselves. And that is why today we are blessed to be here today, because if they were greedy, they would have said, Mr. I shut it down. And they would have been like the few millionaires and will be struggling using this, or maybe coming as resellers. But because of some of them, they are good at and say, you know what, leave it. $97, nobody have had anything from 2018 up to the last person. I know Brad Bob always mentioned the name of the last person, $97. And they gave you a whole, if you look at the value of the product, Each of these products, they are all multi-billion-dollar company. Each from Omail to OConnect to compare. Look at the market cap out there. It's not something. It's not a secret. Don't Google it. You'll see it. Look at the market cap of all the applications. None of them, they are billions upon billions of US dollars. And you come in with $97, you think you are entitled and you can do anything. No, none of us deserve anything. It's because of the good heart of Mr. Ash Mufara. Most of the webinar I always said, Mr. Ash Mufara can refund all the 1.4 million founders $97, and this man will become the world richest man. Period. There is nothing. So, as he said, we just have to be very careful with the way we do things, because some of the founders think they are entitled. They can kick you out, and Mr. Ash Mufara will go. We sign a non-disclosure agreement form. A lot of people don't know that you sign a non-disclosure. Take it to any. We have Mayan here is a lawyer. She's a lawyer. Take it to any court of law. You sign it 30 days, money back guarantee. And Mr. Ash Mufara can say, I'm not giving you anything because you signed that non-disclosure agreement saying in 30 days, within 30 days, I can request for my money. And after 30 days, my money is gone. There is nothing you can do. So we are not entitled of everything. It's the heart of Mr. Ash Mufara. We are still here. We just have to be grateful and thankful and listen to what the company is doing, because if you look at it, the company have caused more hurt in OnPassive than even those customers who will come. We are the one who have caused more problem and a lot of things that the company is hurt and paying a lot of money out there because they don't listen. They forgot that they signed non-disclosure agreement form. So I just want to leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Brother Collins, for going in depth into that. Okay, it's nice to know that this is a gift. So as much as it's a gift, do we have a part to play? Because I know our CEO mentioned something as well. He said, we need to believe in ourselves. What are we believing in ourselves for? If you remember what he said there, he said, we need to believe in ourselves. Yes, we know it's a blessing, but we also need to believe in ourselves, and we also need to believe in the company and believe in our CEO and believe in what himself and our business partners in Hyderabad are, doing. So how do we believe in ourselves? It's a good question, because they say these things, but we need to put it in we practicalize these things. Okay. So how do we believe in ourselves as founders? We've been given a gift, it's a blessing, and we're supposed to believe in ourselves. Brother Andy.
Thank you, Funmi, for putting me on the spot. The way I look at it is, and Collins and Tony have covered this, but initially it was supposed to be a straightforward platform, a little a way to help certain people with things like affiliate marketing. It's obviously morphed over time. So how do we help ourselves? Now, all of us here have an income goal. Every single one of us joined this company originally for the money. Now, hand on heart, I joined for the money because I could see a vision that's being created that said it was done for me, and all the bits and pieces that I cannot do, the company were going to do for me. Now, as things have progressed and we've enjoyed this journey, as Red has said, we've had some highs and we've had some lows, but at the end of the day, we've kept going, we've kept that belief, and it's only, for me, grown stronger. What has it meant to me is that now it means I can achieve my income goal quicker because I've been given ideas. I've met hundreds and hundreds of people on various webinars, and you're all lovely, by the way, even you, Tony. So just being able to share in a community it is fantastic, and then you take it to the next stage. So now things have morphed still further so that we already know. Everyone here knows we're going to be fine. Oliver likes to mention that on a regular basis. We're going to be fine. Ash has said, fill your tank. Once you've filled your tank, help others. And all of us now have a heart for humanity, the same as our CEO. So this has lifted us, and we've got 1.4 million of us. Now, there are still a large contingent of those that don't believe. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. They are not engaged. They do not know what's going on. But bottom line is, we owe it to ourselves. We've got a company that's providing us with things for us to succeed. So now what we have to do is to put that emphasis onto us and make sure that we work with the company to achieve that goal sooner rather than later. Don't just sit there and do nothing. Get involved. You know, people have other jobs. I've worked 3 jobs during this period and done whatever it takes to pay the bills, to make sure that I'm still part of the journey and I'm still going to get to the end result. But I'm going to get there quicker and sooner than most people because I'm committed to be able to doing things to get to that point quicker. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does. Which reminds me of a few weeks ago when our CEO said that at least do something, even 2 hours a day as relating to your business, which means when it talks about believing in yourself, that means you believe that this is your business. You can achieve whatever it is, like Bra Andy said, you want to achieve as relating to this business, but what exactly are you doing? Yes, the company is going to do all the hard lifting, but there's still something that you can do. Even if it's to get engaged alone, you know, it's something, at least for 2 hours. I remember him saying that do at least 2 hours every day, you know, in your business, do something, you know, check the emails, check the back office, check whatever you need to check. So believe in yourself. So I'm going to also right now open the, I don't know if anybody has question, please, if you do have question, do raise your virtual hands. If you have questions, the Q&A section is also there. You can put your questions there. Please don't put greetings in the Q&A section. Just put questions, and please don't ask support questions. You can ask questions as relating to anything that has happened from Thursday to this morning. That's fine. But please, anything that is deeply proprietary, we will not be sharing because we do have guests in this webinar as well, and we need it's our responsibility to actually protect the integrity and our company and us, our product as well in advance, because it's not everybody that is here as a guest that will be an actual guest or wanting to be a reseller. So let's be mindful of that. So
me,
yes,
are you able to see the hands raised or not able to see the hands raised?
No, I'm not able to see all the hands at
Okay,
all.
I'll just let you know who's first. You've got Franklin O.J. Abu,
Yes.
NG. Shall I
Okay.
unmute?
Thank you.
Sure. Welcome. Go ahead, Franklin.
So please.
Hello,
answer.
good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, all.
Good evening. We can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate the house for the information, the updates, and I'm really happy. The question I want to ask here, when the OnPassive finally launched and customers are coming in, my question is that, are we going to only earn when they purchase a product, or we also go to earn when they comes as a traffic also to my own domain website? Don't you get it?
Okay.
I think I'm correct in you saying that you want to know what's going to come in. So OnPassive is going to send specific targeted traffic, and it's likely that they will aim at specific targeted traffic for the paying products. Yeah. So the likelihood is, yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, okay. So they're likely to aim their specific targeted traffic toward products that will pay a commission. Yeah, in other words, things like OConnect. So they will aim at their specific targeted traffic towards offering OConnect to customers. You are, not tasked so much, but I would suggest if you want to achieve an income goal, that you look at bringing on as many free customers as possible. Now, why do I say that? Why must you bring on free customers, or why should you look at or consider bringing on free customers? Because On Passive will continue to market to these people, but now they're in your group. So they'll be offered at ONET straight away, and they'll be able to use that, etc. But in the back office, they will continue to see coins going into their wallet, and they'll ask questions. How do I get those coins out? How can I take that money? And it On Passive website for us on our domain, that it will show these people how to do that and what they need to do in order to achieve it. So then they become an active customer, and they've activated their account. Now you get commission on those from those products that they purchased. So again, every free customer at some point, not necessarily now, but in the future, they may well become customers. So it's in your best interest to let the company do their bit and you do your bit. Does that make sense?
Do you understand that?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, can I add to that? Can I add
I
to
was
that?
going to ask
Sister
if
Finley?
anybody
Yeah.
wants to add to that.
Yeah, I'll just add a little bit to that. Andy said it perfectly, beautifully, Andy. So just remember, the traffic that's coming in, even the targeted, guaranteed targeted traffic that's going to be coming in, if they don't buy any products, they can still use the free products. You see what I'm saying? So, and there's also going to be bonus traffic that you can also get as well. That's going to be available in our back office. Now, if these people are coming in, for example, and they leave On Passive to do something different, and then they come back to On Passive a year later, they cannot come in under somebody else's link. They're coded to you for life. Okay, so I thought I just put that in there because that's important to know. Thank you.
Okay, my brother, do you understand that?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, because don't forget, our CEO said we will be getting links for the free products for us to share to people, which is what Brother Andy said. Okay.
Okay.
All right then.
Okay.
Is the answer
Thank you very much.
satisfactory? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, Auntie Lynn, I still can't see any hand.
Okay, the next person you have up is Rajendra Agawar from India. You can unmute Rajendra.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Thanks for inviting me. And prior to going for a question or saying something, I would like to say something to the founders of Bangladesh and India. I think they don't understand, like when we are requesting them not to put emojis, they are just putting emojis. So let me speak to them in my native language and let them explain. Okay. So fine. দাদা ভাইরা, আপনারা যারা বাংলাদেশ আর ভারত থেকে এই লাইভ ওয়েবিনারে জয়েন করছেন, দয়া করে ভারত বা বাংলাদেশের নাম ডোবাবেন না। অনেক ক্ষেত্রেই আমরা দেখছি, আমরা প্রত্যেকবার আন্তর্জাতিক স্তরে যখনই ওয়েবিনার জয়েন করি, আমরা এখানে অনেক কিছুই করছি যেটা আমাদের করা উচিত নয়। যেরকম বারবার আপনাদেরকে বলা হচ্ছে ইমোজিস দেবেন না, সেটা হচ্ছে বিভিন্ন রকম যে আপনারা যে ছোট ছোট ছবিগুলো পোস্ট করছেন এক গাদা, সেটা করা উচিত নয়। তাতে ক্ষতি হয়, অনেক সময় আমাদেরকে কিক আউট করে দেয়। সেই জন্য বারবার আপনাদেরকে বলা হচ্ছে দয়া করে এটা দেবেন না। তো আপনারা সেটাকে বুঝুন আর দয়া করে সেটা করবেন না। আপনাদের এমনি কিছু লেখার থাকলে চ্যাটে লিখুন, সেটা যত ইচ্ছে লিখতে পারেন, কিন্তু দয়া করে কোনো রকম ছবি এখানে ব্যবহার করবেন না। আশা করি আপনারা এই ব্যাপারটা বুঝতে পারছেন। ধন্যবাদ। অ্যান্ড থ্যাংক ইউ ফর দ্যাট। অ্যান্ড
Thank you very much. There are also some people, I don't know whether from India or they're from Bangladesh, they don't have their names and the country that they've come from. So if you can help me say that briefly as well, just in case.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure, I'll do that. আর আপনারা যারা বাংলাদেশ আর ভারত থেকে লগ ইন করছেন, এটাতে দয়া করে আপনাদের নামের পাশে নিজের দেশের নামটা লিখুন। যেরকম আপনি যদি বাংলাদেশ থেকে আছেন, আপনার নাম, তার পাশে বাংলাদেশ লিখুন। যদি ভারত থেকে আছেন, তার পাশে ইন্ডিয়া লিখুন, ঠিক আছে? তাতে কি হয়, যারা হোস্ট রয়েছেন তারা আপনাদের আইডেন্টিফাই করতে পারবেন যে আপনার নাম আর আপনি কোন দেশকে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করছেন। আশা করি ব্যাপারটা বুঝতে পেরেছেন, আর সেটাকে ফলো করবেন। ধন্যবাদ। অ্যান্ড নাও আই উড লাইক টু সে সামথিং অ্যাবাউট দিস the topic which we were discussing right now. I don't exactly have a question, so just I would like to add up to what Andy and Tony was speaking about the values, or about the Gifty was asking a question about do we believe in ourselves, or how do we believe in ourselves regarding on passive.
Yes.
So to believe in ourselves regarding on passive, I would just say that first we need to understand what exactly on passive is. So if we understand on passive, we have to understand that it's not just a run-of-the-mill company. It's totally different. Every products are different. Everything what's being done here is different. And first of all, we need to understand Mr. Ash Mufareh. He is totally different from any other company CEO which we generally see. So we have to follow him, and if we understand his mindset, what exactly he is doing here, and what we need to do being with him, as he said that I don't want to go to the top alone because it's very scary. So I want to take all with me so that we can have a good party then. So to understand that, what we should do is we have to first have exactly the same mindset what he has. So for that, what we have to do is, first of all, we need to understand what exactly on passive is, what is going to do, and what exactly on passive is being built. It's not being built for money, though we will get money, that's for sure. But exactly, it's not for only money for us. We will earn money out of this, but what we have to focus on is regarding what we do after on passive is launched, and once we start making money. So it's exactly about the humanity. So we have to think about that, and we have to do something which will uplift the humanity, and that will carry on our name and Mr. Ash Mufareh's name and on passive name forward throughout the world. Every nook and corner, every people will come to know about on passive, and they will know that on passive is a different company altogether, and it's here to change our lives, and the total world will be changed through on passive. That's the main thing. And so if we focus on that, automatically the belief in ourselves and the confidence in ourselves will increase. And we have to understand the USP of all the products here. They're all unique in their own thing, and we don't have to worry about anything, or we don't have to worry about the rebuttals coming from anybody. If they ask any questions related to that, we have on passive websites there, we have all the details there regarding products, everything. If we read it carefully, if we understand what the products are going to do, we can always tell them that, see, whatever you have been using right now, it's much better with more features, and if you start using it, you will come to know what exactly it is. So I don't think
very much.
there is much to say. We should believe in on passive, believe in ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much, and thank you for your help there. So, Anteline, I can
Yes.
see. Oh,
We have Keith Merritt next.
okay. Thank you.
You can unmute, Keith.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
we can hear you. Yes.
Yes, I'm Keith here from New York, the Big Apple. And I'm
Okay.
excited to be a part of this great family here. And I'm thankful for, of course, Ash and his family and all the team in Hyderabad and all over the world. The question that I have, by the way, if you hear the word "Oh Song Man," that is me. I was inspired to write that song because of Ash, of course. So if anyone hears the song online, please let me know, share it so we all can hear it. I think it's one of my excitement of saying I'm so excited. I want to share this excitement with on passive. So if you hear the song "Oh Song," that's me right there. But the question that I have is, we've talked about the packages, right? And what I understand lately is that there's going to be a chance for everyone to have a way forward within passive. So there, in my understanding, there's a certain amount that we all have to pay when at the time of when those are available. However, is it still the same where it's a one amount, but for those who cannot not begin with that amount, can always start with it with a lower package, and then when they accrue enough commission, then they're now able to afford that one payment to cover that next payment that we all have. Am I correct in that, or someone has a different?
Who wants to take that? Brad Collins, Brad Tony, Brad Andy. I saw Brad Oliver not too long ago.
Sure, I'll take that, Sister
Okay.
Fumi. That is 100% correct. Absolutely. So whatever package you start with, and again, remember, we have to understand that things constantly change. Okay, this is what we have right now, and this is what we've been told right now, but we're in the beta testing phase. So things are constantly changing, revamping, and so on, right? So at this point, yes, if you buy at the lower package, and for example, you have enough commissions to move to your next level, you can do that. Now, the thing is, if you buy at a low, if you get in at the lowest package, and someone came in under your link and bought a higher package, you also get that commission as well. Once you get to that package, once you buy that package, then you're able to withdraw that money. The money never moves up to your upper line or anybody else. It always stays in your account until you own all the packages. Then you're able to withdraw from every package. I hope that was clear.
Thank you, Brad Tony. I can see Brad Matty. Do you want to add anything to that for me, please? No. Okay. All right then. Okay. So, do you understand that? Is that answer satisfactory? Hello?
Yes, it was well understood. Thank you so very much.
All right then. Thank you very much. Next person, Anteline.
Next, we have Bruce Kirsty.
Okay, Uncle Bruce. Big bro.
Thank you, my sisters. You're so wonderful. Thank you for leading such a wonderful seminar. Sorry about that. One thing, I'll answer your question as you said before. You know, something happens as soon as I have a dream, I have an idea. Something sparks inside me and I get an excitement. But the trick is, don't let the big elephant outside. So it's a big block in front of you. Don't let it give you reasons why you can't do it. It's very important to have like-minded people, positive people to help support you in this. And the one wonderful thing about Asma Farah is he's a very positive leader. And he's a great mentor for all of us. He's the greatest blesser of all of us. But if we just follow him and we understand what he has is much bigger than we can understand ourselves. We don't let interference from outside get in our way. Share it with the people you know who are looking for something. Share it with people you know who are like-minded in this. And you'll always hold on to your dream. That's how I can stay positive. And I do mirror work for me. So I tell myself I love me and I'm God's greatest miracle. That works for me. Now, I did have a question for Andy, because Andy, you had said that you're going to send emails to everybody about mail, but Ash has already said to us that there'll be no invitation, there'll be no ability to sign up until we make it available. So we have to wait for instruction beforehand. Is that correct?
Yeah, with everything, Bruce, we will be told when the time is right. At the end of the day, Red has mentioned this on a number of occasions. Everything has to be fit for purpose. If it's not, we go to market and it's not fit for purpose, then we have a problem. But it's also strategic in its implementation. So there are things that will be put into place now or soon, and then more the following month, and more the following month, and more the following, and so on, and until all of the products are rolled out. the sales idea that I gave you earlier on, you can start doing those surveys now just by asking people on your Facebook groups, getting more people to join as friends of yours, or adding additional friends. You don't need that link today, because what you're doing is you're then building a list. And then you can send them a message and say, by the way, you said you weren't keen on the privacy laws. Here's another one. Here's the link. Why don't you take a look at this? So you built up your list prior to.
But the link will come once we have the OBS, correct? That's when we'll actually have the link for the invitation for those.
Yes, it will. And to be fair, we're likely to also have various wording that the company will probably put together for us to give us that opportunity to send it out. All I'm saying is preempt it. Why wait when you've got an opportunity that you could take advantage of now? All you're doing is wasting time.
One of the things that Ash had said to us is, don't tell people things so much before they come, because then they'll wonder if they're going to come, if they're ever going to come.
I'm not, Bruce, I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting you use the media, the social media platforms that you've got now to encourage others to have an interest in what we're going to do. And you're not saying, come join me. What you're saying with the survey is, tell me what you think of Facebook. Do you like it? Yes or no? You don't like it. Okay, fine. If there were an alternative that did away with the corruption, that didn't sell data, didn't allow you to have a fake account, didn't allow you to sell bogus things, would you be interested? And if they say yes, you've got another contact, you've got another potential customer when we do get the link that we need.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that. Bruce, building anticipation before something starts is a very, very good thing to do. You got a lot of excited people that are, oh my God, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. So you're building this team ahead of time, whether it's on Messenger, like Andy just stated. When it comes time, when you do have that link, those people are going to be so excited to get in. Believe me, it's you're building up anticipation, and that's a good thing to do. So that's what I wanted to say. Thanks.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Andy.
Brother Maddie, I saw your hand up. Did you want to add to that?
Absolutely. What I want to say is what Andy Burke said is perfect. If people did that, you could build Andy, I don't have any more nice things to say about you but that. But I'm just kidding. No, but if everybody did that, I'm not kidding. Those are the kinds of things where you can build a massive team without being that nasty word marketer. I'm telling you, that is perfect. That's what I will be doing. Stuff just like that. Ask people what they think. They can't wait to tell you. I'm telling you right now. As soon as they do, then you go, what if? And you're done. You're absolutely done. So very good. I just wanted to, that's all I got.
Thanks, Marty. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Brother Matty, for that. I've taken that cue from Brother Andy, and I've started building a list as well, because on Facebook, you ask people exactly what he said. I just, did exactly what he said we should do. And I think I have about 16 names right now. So please key into that. It's very, very, very essential. It's very important. Anteline, I can see the only person I can see. Okay.
Ibrahim. Okay, Ibrahim, you're up next. Go ahead and unmute Ibrahim. You can unmute yourself now, Ibrahim.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Please, mine has to do with what Sister Pumi says, that our CEO said is going to release some 3 products for us to advertise or to, show to the public for a kind of an enticement for them to showcase the product that we have. So my question is, before doing that, is it that the domain name will have to be created so that we will use it through the domain name to showcase the product, or we can just use the product like that to start, advertising it to the public? Thank you very much.
Brother Ibrahim, it was
Did you hear
links.
me?
Yes, I heard you. The
Okay.
links, he said when all mail, all trim, and all network is ready, we will have links.
Yeah.
So it's those links
Okay.
that I was talking about. The links were going to be given to us for us to be able to send out. And Brother Andy just added to it that there's probably going to be some kind of write-up for us as founders also to send to potential customers and resellers. So it's links.
Okay.
Okay, that those links will be coded to yourself, to each person. Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone else want to add to that?
Okay.
Just make sure I correct
Thank you
myself.
very much.
Okay. Okay. Anthony, next person.
Next, we have Guido. You can unmute yourself, Guido.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Thank you very much for putting this together. I'm going to apologize. I could not upload the background hero. I put the other one. It's frozen on my computer. So my first question is for the tech guys. We know that Facebook has been regulated, I believe, by the US government. You cannot advertise and go after the gender and the age or the location, which is really narrowed. Do you guys know if we're gonna be able to use that or we are regulated at the same time? That's number one. Number two, with Google.
Can you hold on, please, Braquido? Let them answer the first one and then you come to the second one because it's
Thank you.
very crucial they answer the first one. Bra Collins, Bra Vincent, Bra Oliver. Where are you? I saw Bra Collins just now.
Maddie is there. Maddie can answer that.
Okay, Bra Maddie. Oh, yes, his hand is up. Sorry, I didn't see his hand.
Yeah,
Bra
okay.
Maddie.
The difference between Facebook and ONET will be this. Look, I advertise on Facebook. When you advertise on Facebook, you can put in the criteria, age, sex, where do you live, man or woman, blah, 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 blah. Yes, and they have been, the government watches that, no doubt about it. That won't be the case in ONET because we won't be doing that. When they talk about traffic in ONET, they're talking about the traffic that is wandering through on passive. They're not going to be advertising outside of on passive to have them come to ONET like that. ONET is not going to be an advertising place as it is. We won't need to be because the people walking through the mall of on passive will see everything we have. And because of AI, when they click on something, it's going to explain everything they need to know. Eventually, when we have 1 billion people, which is like what Facebook has, I know they have 2 billion accounts, but in reality, they're probably doubled up and some of them aren't real. But let's say they had 1 billion. When that happens, you become the consumer. So people will advertise, but they're going to advertise to us being founders through OnPassive. But you're not going to go to OnPassive and do your ads. The ads are being done by the company, not using a platform like ONET.
Do you understand, sir? Is that particular answer satisfactory enough? No. If you unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, I was locked I was muted. So that's true, Mari. Like, let's say I'm an accountant or a lawyer, and I want to advertise about my company as a lawyer, not on passive. How am I going to go through another traffic? Like, I'm talking about Otracker. I believe it's Otracker or the other one, where you advertise as Facebook and you go after a certain group of people, like customers, leads. So are we gonna be regulated the same like Facebook, or we still have the tool to use?
There'll be limits, but what I want to tell you is when we're talking about a lot of people, let's say you were looking for an accountant. How many accountants are on Passive right now? 10,000? 50,000? We don't know. But you can put that in the advertisement on Passive, like what's it called? The
OMAT.
The marketplace or e-com. Yeah, all of those places, it will be there, and somebody can say, I'm looking for an accountant. There he is right there. You go in, or it could even be in OConnect or Academy, because a guy is advertising that he isn't an accountant, and you can go to him and grab his services. Everything will be internal, where you can either find it or you can promote it. You can go any one of those things and promote anything you're doing, and then you say, I want to drive traffic. If you have a page, you tell the company to drive traffic to that page, which is linked to what you have in market, okay, marketplace. So yeah, anything is possible without having to worry about what you're saying. Okay, because you're bringing them to a different.
Is that one satisfactory now?
I just wanted to add to that a little bit, Sister Fumi.
Okay.
Yeah, like Ash always says, Guido. Ash always says, we will eventually be the hunted. Okay, and on Passive, sorry, not on Passive, in Facebook, for example, there are a lot of people making a living just off Facebook by targeting their traffic to whatever they want in Facebook. Well, on Passive will be the same, but except on a much larger scale. Okay, I hope that helps. Thank you.
So now to your second question. Unmute yourself, sir.
Unmute again. Sorry, I keep muting myself, and to go back, it's impossible.
Okay,
So
now to your second question.
Yeah. So the second question again, it's about advertisement. I like advertisement because that's how I get my leads. So Google just they just updated the algorithm to the point they are using the latest sophisticated AI these days. So my fear is, if Google is going to see us as the competition, how are we going to advertise ourselves? Because Google is the biggest search engine right now, and Google use YouTube, and we are planning to use all the videos and the YouTube. My fear is Google not going to stop us to advertise ourselves?
Ra Collins, you want to take that?
let me, I'll try, and then Madi will come in. We're talking about search engine optimization, right?
Yeah.
Before Google, what was there? It was Internet Explorer. Remember, we used to go through Internet Explorer because Internet Explorer was one of the best search engine. Where is Internet Explorer today?
It's gone.
The truth is, we are a different breed. OnPassive is already a search engine. A lot of people don't know. Search engine is not the platform you have. It's about going into the technology behind. There is more into the search engine than what we see. You know, Google didn't come from nowhere, from somewhere to get the platform. Mr. Admiral can decide to run and say, okay, I'm building my own search engine, but that's not where it's going. But if Google try to mess up with OnPassive, OnPassive will build the biggest search engine you've ever seen. Because Google came from, Internet Explorer used to be there. Remember, Mr. Admiral can decide and said, you know what? We are building a hardware and we will do our own search engine and put it on that hardware. Google will disappear in a second. We have a lot of search engine out there. Lot people don't know. Search. If YouTube is, we're talking about TikTok. It's a search engine. You know, there are a lot out there that people always think, yes, because Google have just made that name. But remember, there is no way Google can, when we are talking about AI, AI was there before. What is Google doing? Patching. OnPassive build AI from scratch. Everything is built with AI, and we are using the latest technology, but what they are doing, they are already patch, and one day it will collapse. It's like you build You build a foundation with 10-story building and you say, no, I want to add 15. I want to add more. What will happen? That building will fall because the foundation was not solid. But we are talking about a company that started with the latest technology and AI embedded in it from scratch. So it is difficult. It is difficult, but Google as well wants the money. He wants people to use their platform to search so they can make money. If you stop a company like OnPassive from going through that, we can build our own app and build search engine. Remember, we have Apple. Apple is not using Google, right? They use what? They have iOS and they have their place, their Apple Pay, where they search a lot in there. That's a search engine. OnPassive can do that. What will stop OnPassive not to do it if Mr. Ashbara want to do it? So it's a lot. I'll just leave Madi to add more if Madi want to add.
Brother Madi, thank you very much, Brother Collins, for that. Do you want to add more, Brother Madi?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, what Colin said, 100%. But I want you to realize Google can do what they want, and they're going to do fine. They can do whatever they want. Here's the point: while you're feeding people into OnPassive, for whatever reason they want to come, because we have thousands of reasons for people to come into OnPassive, and it's only going to get bigger. When you get there, and I'll use you as an example, you're there, and you're searching for something. I don't care what it is. Would you search if it was on your shoulder? No. Would you search if it was on the same street you live on? No. OnPassive will have it all. So there's no reason to go to a search engine. By the way, the real search engine today and growing daily is YouTube. People go, even if you go to Google right now and do a Google search, it many times drives them to YouTube. Why? People like to see videos. The world's changing. I do not believe we're in competition with Google. It's a big world. They're going to do searching because people are going to ask questions about stuff. But as far as marketing goes, when you start to bring the people in, your mindset will change, because I know that if I click a button, I can find a car. If I flick a button, I can find a house. If I flick a button, I can have any tools I need. There's no reason for me to go to Google. Now, is that going to happen in one day? No. But it's happening. And really, no matter what Google wants to do or tries to do or get all the money to do, you're not stopping this train. Nobody in the world can stop it because of the design. It can't be done. If you go to Google right now, have you ever clicked on the top 3 ads? All of us have. Some poor guy's paying for that. Some poor guy's paying for that. You know you're not even buying it. You like the thing, it's yellow. Click, I wonder what this is. That guy or that woman paid for it. In OnPassive, if I'm looking for a lawnmower and I go down here to Marketplace, there's a lawnmower, it's close to me. Click, I get myself a lawnmower. Who am I? Am I a founder? Not in OnPassive, but OnPassive, I'm a customer. We're all customers. We're all consumers. We're all looking for something. And if I can get it out of my own house, I'm not going to leave my house. There's no reason to. I'm not going to go search in some search engine when I have the opportunity right here. And a good chance, especially with founders, if I could buy something from you, sir, I would rather do that than buy it from a stranger. And that means all of the founders that are in there, you're more likely, if Fumi's selling something separate out of OnPassive, but something she really cares about, I think there's a good chance I'd rather buy it from her than some stranger on Google. But like I said, it's not overnight. It's going to take time, but it's going to be quick. I think people will be shake, rattle, and rolling. Thank God we're not directly after anybody. We're just going to take little nips, little bites out of everything. And as people come in and like it, they're going to share. One day, Ask will not have to advertise. It will be over.
Thank you very much, Brother Mati, for that. Brother Quido, is that satisfactory? Okay,
It is.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, for those who are on this webinar and you have not put your name and you have not put the country where you're coming from, I can see our brothers and sisters that are in charge of the chat box trying to, emphasize this, and people are not responding. You will be taken out of the webinar and we will have no apology for that, because you can see that it's part of our rules for this webinar. Every time Heroes webinar, the rules are said, we say it, we put it in the chat box, we announce it during the webinar, and I can see that people are not responding to those who are there. Please respect yourself and respect the webinar. We're in a business meeting. You cannot go to a business meeting without a name and a place where you come from. Please do that. If you don't, you will be.
You're muted now. You just
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.
And also, if I may just add this, that I think some of it is a language issue, because they don't speak English or read English well. So if you notice, you participants notice that, and you speak Bangla or you speak Hindi, feel free to go into the chat and just translate what we're saying in very simple terms. I think that would be very helpful, because our leaders here, we don't speak those languages. Okay, so let's help each other out. We're all a family. Thank you. Okay, next we have.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
You ready? Are you ready for the next person? It is
yes,
Alex Sojib. Hello, Alex. Good to have you.
Ramadi, your hand is still up. Are you answering or ask? Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Go ahead, Alex.
Thank you, Lynn, ma'am. I would like to say something. Boom! Today I am very happy. Mumbai event is fire. Fire, fire, fire. And I am very excited, and I am so happy. Today, happy birthday to her mother. Many happy returns of the day. And I'm very happy, as sir said, Pele game is wow, awesome. I like Pele. I like football game. So is a super news. Pele product and virtual game. And I'm very excited. I am 21 years old. I am proud founder of OnPassive. I love OnPassive, and thank you OnPassive. OnPassive changed my life, and Ashmufaro changed my life. Thank you so much OnPassive, and thank you all leaders, all founders. And I'm very excited. Today Mumbai event is very fire and awesome event. Thank you all leaders. Thank you. Love you all leaders. Love you all founders. Love you, Lynn, ma'am. Thank you. We are so in it to win it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Next we have Mayan Asukuk from UK. You can unmute.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. It's so good to be here. And I want to say that I do have just a little bit of interaction here. I would say, first of all, I was in the meeting, in the Mumbai meeting, and my God, what I saw there was unbelievable. I was so grateful to God, and particularly for the fact that our mother's birthday, our mother, Ash Mofaro's mom, that was her birthday. That gave me a lot of joy, and I was so grateful to God. I would say I was busy praying to God, thanking him for what he's done, and I'm sure that is the same that goes for everybody. Now, there's a very salient question that has been ringing my mind for quite a while, and that has to do with my profession. I happen to be a lawyer, yes, like Colin said, but the issue is, prior to OnPassive, before I knew about OnPassive, I've had articles, okay, which I wrote and were published in different, particularly academia. That's the website, okay. And now I've come into OnPassive because God himself brought me in and brought my family in, so I'm so grateful to him. what do I do? My question is, what do I do in relation to all those documents that are published in academia and I have no access to it, nothing. All I receive every day when somebody clicks on it, you know, they send it to my email to say, oh, this person, either from the US or Canada, somewhere in the world has looked into my documents and I get nothing out of it. You know, having heard about, rather having been a member of a founder in OnPassive, I know if such documents should come into OnPassive, maybe in our academy or stuff like that, I might have something out of it, but I don't know what to do. So I'm so lucky to be in the midst of great talents here, you know, in relation to high tech. Please, I would like to know exactly what could be done, how I can go about it, you know, at least to earn something out of it, because I know it's really helping a lot of students out there. Okay, that's my question. Thanks.
Who wants to answer this one, even though I'm coming after you, Brother Andy?
I'll go first and then
okay.
And then somebody else can jump in if that's okay.
Okay.
Hi, Mayan. Nice to see you. Yeah, OnPassive is going to have guaranteed targeted traffic. Okay, to whatever it is that you're interested in. Not everybody is interested in your documents because, you know, they have to do with law, but there are a lot of people in the world that are interested, right? So artificial intelligence is going to be working behind the scenes to bring a guaranteed targeted traffic that wants to see what you have. Okay, so I'll leave it at that and let somebody else come in and elaborate on that a little bit. Thank you.
Bra Andy, do you have anything to say to this? Because she's concerned about, if I can get her right, of how she's going to get those documents. I'm not sure whether she has a copyright or things like that. I don't know whether that will be an issue as well.
So you put these online yourself, but now they're in.
I did not put it online myself, interestingly, you know, because like I said earlier, I know nothing about, you know, advertising online or anything online. I'm sorry, you know, all I know is how to go there, do my research and do what I have to do. Okay.
Okay, so
you know,
is
but,
this
but
information
that was actually posted out by the universities of, you know, and some lecturers that have read through it. Yeah. So,
okay, so
I don't know how those documents got in there, but I received emails saying people have read these documents and they're happy and stuff like that. And this is on a daily basis, I would say. I receive
okay,
all
so
these
this
emails.
is your information. You wrote this in the first place, correct?
Yes, yes.
Right, so you have a copy of that yourself, correct?
Certainly, yes.
Okay, all right, so when Academy does launch, what you'll be able to do is to set up and put those documents on again for students then to be able to click on this and go, well, that's of interest. Yes, I can pay a small sum to have a look. Yeah, you can use that for your students or for them to be able to learn a bit more about what's happening. And if necessary, you'd be able to, as Tony pointed out, drive traffic towards your students' interest. In other words, promote those documents so that they can help, or yeah, it'll show you a way of being able to promote those so that the students will link or go through to your details posted on our academy.
Okay.
Is that answer satisfactory for you, Maya?
Yeah, it's satisfactory, but I'm sure when I get to the bridge, I will, and it's time for me to
worry,
cross it, I will.
I was just
everybody will be here.
Sister Fumi, I was just going to elaborate on what Mayan just actually said. When we do go into activation mode and everything is completed, there are going to be videos that are going to show us exactly what to do step by step.
Okay.
Okay, so I just thought I'd let you know that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank
you. Yeah, you are satisfied with that?
Yes, very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maya. Angeline was
right. Next, we have Jerry Otoyo.
Okay.
You can go ahead and unmute Jerry.
All right. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay.
This is my first time of being on the panel, and I'm very happy.
Okay.
To be here. It is a great privilege on passive in the
We've lost him there.
If you can shut down his camera.
Yeah. Brad Jerry, if you can hear, I'm not sure I can hear because the bandwidth, I'm not sure where it's calling from. It could be from
that we know so well, Hash Mufara. That was in the,
Brad Jerry.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor, because you're fluctuating? So if you shut your camera down, your video down, it will give you a better audio. Okay, to be it will stabilize a bit better for people to be able to hear what you're saying.
It's already shut down. Yeah.
Okay, that is done.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
God bless you. And so, like I said earlier, I have so much faith in the man called Hash Mufara, our CEO. I have been following everything. I've attended most of the webinar, but I've never been on the panel until today. And I just want to say thank you for to all those who have been behind the scene working for OnPassive to come. And I believe that God will bless them, bless Hash Mufara, and bless everyone that have brought this invention to this level. I have one person in my team who has a problem, and I promise him that I will try to find answer to it. He has been trying to correct his signature on the NDA document, and that he has no access. He could not do it. I've also tried to help him. I traveled to his house to make sure that I help out, but I couldn't do anything. So I want to ask if there is a way out with which he could correct the signature, because when he was signing, there was a network fluctuation around where he was, and he couldn't sign well before he knows the thing was uploaded. And so he kept on complaining that he's afraid he's going to lose, his benefit with just that signature. So if there is a help that way, that is number one point I want to make. And then number two, please. I was thinking
can you just hold on, Brad Jerry? Okay. Let's sort out the first question first, okay? Just hold on, please.
Can I say something with that?
Yes, Brad Collins.
If they have not sent anything to you, because if the NDA was not signed properly, they will cancel it and send a new NDA form for you to sign. People worry a lot about the NDA. The NDA is just a non-disclosure agreement form. Once it is there and you say, yes, you agree that this, I am the one who signed it, because nobody, even me, I didn't sign mine correct because of the way my hand is shaking. But let me tell you what will happen here is when we move into KYC, that is where the raid matter will start, where your document will be matched, against the name you register in OnPassive. That is where it will start. The NDA, yes, you sign it, whatever you sign, that is it. If they've not sent it back to you, please don't worry about it. If it's not correct, the company will send you a new form. People worry about NDA. The real matter will start when we move into OBS and you start to do your KYC. They will match your identity to the name. And if it doesn't correspond, they'll tell you to do it again. The facial recognition, everything Mr. Hash Mufara told us will come into play. But if you have signed it and they've not rejected, please don't worry about it. I know a lot of people have called, what I do this, I didn't sign this properly. If they have not sent a form back to you to resign it, please don't worry about it. So tell the guy not to worry too much about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Brad Collins. Now to your second question, please.
Yeah, I think I wanted to find out if there is an invention which could help those in the media department in making their work easy in terms of editing. And I was happy in the last meeting we had with our CEO when it talks about the old media. And I believe that this is going to come into that. As soon as I heard of the old media, I noticed that my concern will be addressed. with that invention coming. And so I don't think it's a question so much. I just want to make this contribution. And I want to say this, I believe that our CEO would hear of this. I have so much faith, like I said earlier, in the work of the OnPassive. And I believe that this is a fulfillment to the scripture. I'm an apostle. And I believe that this is a fulfillment to the scripture. As a matter of fact, the man, Hashmufara, I was reading the scriptures and I saw him there. And I believe that God has brought him to us at a time like this. And whatever we are doing, nothing will be able to stop this movement, because this is going to change the world and change everything that has been going on negatively in this planet. And this is just what I want to say. God bless you. And thank you
very much. Thank you very
for
much.
having me.
Thank you. So in the light of our brother's question, Brother Colin, someone sent me a question here. I believe that it's exactly what you have said. He was asking if the name on our profile and the one on our, what do you call it, identification, if they're not the same. Okay, take for example, she put here something Joshua Nwafo is on our profile, okay, on the profile. But on the ID, she has Nwafo Joshua.
To me, it's just better to correct it the way it is on your ID.
Thank you.
That's the only thing. Just put it the way it is on your ID. So because remember, we are the way the system works. The system look at your ID. You know, maybe I said 2-step authentication. Your ID first, you scan it, and then you move your face because they want to match if you are a real person. The person you say you are the person. But the ID now will be what tied up to your profile. And if it doesn't, the system will tell you to redo it again, your picture. So it's just like until you get it right. So to me, and that's why Michael Williams have been saying this, every great reference, all the leaders here will be saying, please go back to your profile, make sure it match and correspond to your ID. Fix everything before we get there. Because Mr. Hashmufara will not wait for anybody. That is the truth. They have given us time to make sure everything is correct.
Okay, so someone said what they were trying also to put their middle name, but it's not taking it in the OnPassive profile. So, but their middle name is on their ID. So what will happen when it comes to KYC?
You know, normally they always look first name and last name. In UK, first name and last name. I think Andy will even talk about that. They look first name and last. But I think now your middle name can come. Like for instance, you know where they said your first name, you can put your name. 2 names can go in there. I've done it and it's there. And
okay,
then your
because
last
initially it wasn't taking it.
Correct. You can
the key here for me is whatever is on your ID. So if your passport shows your full name, I'm not going to rattle mine off, but if you use your full name, that's you need for your KYC. What OnPassive is a total separate issue, and it's not a problem with what OnPassive. OnPassive software has been designed so that it took first name and a last name. It doesn't matter. The key here for your KYC is that it matches your passport or the ID that you're showing. If it doesn't, the KYC will not go through.
Okay, because people like the question that was sent to me, he was concerned that it's not taking his middle name. Meanwhile, that middle name is in his ID. So what's going to happen when it comes to KYC?
Yeah, so as I said, the KYC is on his ID. It's his first name, his middle name, and his last name. That's what you need for the KYC. What is on OnPassive and what shows up as your name on OnPassive is irrelevant. The first and last name, it is irrelevant because the KYC is the bit that means that you can open a wallet and get paid. You need to prove who you are. OnPassive doesn't need that. OnPassive, as I said, set up the software in such a way that it says I can take the first name and the last name, but there's no gap for a middle name because some people don't have them. So it hasn't bothered putting it in. KYC will require what is on your ID form, whether it be passport or license or whatever. So if it shows all 3 names, you put all 3 names down.
Okay, that's good. Okay, excellent. So Anteline, do we
Yes.
have any more hands? Please, thank you.
Yeah, good evening from me here in Nigeria. Thanks for always be on air to attend to all our questions. And I want to appreciate all of you. People don't get tired of our too many questions. So God bless all of you. Well, my concern was almost the same thing with the last question you just attended to, but sorry, I'm not that satisfied. So, because back home here in Africa, we all have middle name. Most time we don't do without our middle names. And some of us have that challenge. So if our KYC person recognize just two names, and he said it, recognize just two names. With our middle name comes with gap. It doesn't go together with the first name or the last name. You see the gap, the in between the three names. So Andy talk about it, but it's not that clear to me. What if I present it and the gap, like my name that appeared in the webinar here, that is the same name I use in registering my OnPassive account, but my middle name is not there. These are my name and my surname that appeared here in the Zoom. But in my middle name, it's not here. And if in my document, it's a gap. The middle name, I'll space it as well, the way I'll space this one. So the curiosity is there, we here back home. If I tender it, and the KYC saw is a three name, not two, the middle name is not attached with the last name or with the first name, what to be our challenge? That just
Right.
it's not.
Can I ask John, what is on your ID?
My middle name is like from the Zoom here, webinar here. My first name and my surname. My first name is John. The Crowder is my surname. But my middle name is not there now. It's not in the webinar yet.
Right. Okay. So what I'm saying is your identification, is it a passport or is it a driving license? What do you have?
It's a local national identity card by our federal government here in Nigeria.
Okay. So what is on that? What does that ID say?
He's saying John Ogale Okrode.
That's the one you use for your KYC. End of story. Nice and simple. It doesn't matter what you've got in Founders or with OnPassive. That is not the proof of who you are. Your OnPassive has simply got John O'Crody. Not a problem. Okay. KYC requires the name that you have on your ID. That's it.
Okay.
Do you understand that now?
Yeah, I think I get it now. So you just pick the two names, then omit the third, if that's what I understand.
No, what he's saying is that
what Andy is saying here, let me explain it for me.
Okay.
Forget about what you have. You have John O'Crody. That's how OnPassive is designed for you to fill it. Don't now they've make it where you can enter three names. It's okay because they've already adjusted that part. But what Andy is saying here, you're talking about identity check. I know a lot of people have not really Yes, listen, let me say it. A lot of people have not done online identity check. When you want to do online identity check, which is KYC, you are using the name that is on your ID. So if your name is John, like mine, you can put it John, whatever is in the middle, and that is what they will put. If you go, for instance, the system will ask you first two-step authentication. Open, scan your ID. You scan your ID. There's a place that you can say, fill your information. You fill it, your house number and whatever, if that's how it will be. If you miss that middle name, you didn't put the middle name, and that middle name is on your ID, you click OK, the system will reject it and say, your ID shows this name and you've not entered that name. The moment you enter your three name, because it's looking at what is on your ID, then the system will say, okay, take a photo of yourself because I want to match the photo and the photo that's on your ID. You take a photo of yourself, good. The system, 2 minutes, they'll say, good, green, tick. And then that is KYC done. It's nothing to do with the name on your OnPassive.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
I get it now.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So, is there, Angeline, is there any more hands before I go to the Q&A section?
That is it.
Okay, so I'm going to pick some questions from the Q&A box. There's one there that talks about something to do with founders, and as founders and resellers will be getting traffic. Founders will get more traffic than resellers. Is it still the same? Someone is wanting to know. Byron.
We as founders are part paid for some of the traffic that we're going to get throughout the first 14 months. Bearing in mind the marketing campaign has been extended because of its size. So we are going to get standard traffic sent to our sites. Yeah. And we're all in a rotator. From a reseller's point of view, he won't get that. What he'll have to do, or what they'll have to do, is to buy traffic. Now, we have the facility in the back office as well to buy extra traffic, but we are in a rotator, and that rotator will continue and continue for the next 14 months. Yeah. So from a reseller's point of view, they will have to purchase traffic. Now, those traffic packages, it could start as low as $10. I don't know at this stage. We don't have the full details, but they will have to purchase some form of traffic, whereas the founders don't necessarily need to if they don't wish to.
Okay. All right then. Thank you very much for that. I hope that person got that answer. And no more questions here. Let me see. There's one here that is a bit more too proprietary for me to ask, so I'll leave it there. Okay, so are there any more hands, Angeline? If not, we're going to wrap this up. Okay, I think there's some hands.
Yeah, John, I think John raised his hand again. Let me see.
Okay,
John, did you raise your hand again?
Yes. From the last meeting with our Mr. Harsh, it was really a blast, and some of us are still pondering over the whole thing. I just want to use we from Africa here again, talking about customer service. That's another challenge. I don't know. He said they will be attending to individual with challenges, all of that. So I want to also use our locality here, back home here. We know how it is when you want to have customer service attention. Sometimes the queue, the crowd, and all of that is something else. Sometimes 2 days, 3 days, if you go on time, you find yourself trapped and forfeit other activity for the day, and it's a challenge. So based on that and the number we are in OnPassive, I begin to wonder: is it that if, for example, 10 or 15 people come with challenges, just for curiosity's sake, how is it going to look like? And is it that, I'm just thinking, is it in every location, every country, every continent, we have more of the customer care, or I don't know? That is other curiosity. A founder we are discussing about all of this, that is going to be a challenge. So is it going to be more than enough customer care that we attend to, no matter how many persons come with different questions at a time?
So, okay.
Can I answer this?
Yes, Brad Collins.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, John, don't worry about that. Everything is being taken care of. We have AI. We're talking about chatbot. Have you heard about chatbot? We have OChat.
OChat.
OChat is a virtual customer service that will be taking care of all your queries.
Okay.
Based on the products, whatever products you go, OChat will be doing that. OChat will grow to maturity until then. And we have live customer service as well. Don't worry, all of these things Mr. Ash Mufara already know. He knows that. Remember, we are not dealing only with Africa. We are talking about 5.5 billion internet users.
Yes.
Yes. So these things are things that Mr. Ash Mufara already know, and he is working on it hard. And the customer success department is there, and it will be growing and growing. I think Madi will add more onto that, but OChat is there.
Brad Maddy, thank you, Brad Collins. You want to add to that, Brad Maddy?
You darn right I do. Hey, listen, all said and done, We will have AI. It will answer questions for every customer on the planet. If they're not satisfied, they will get a human support that speaks in their language. That's the facts. That is why Mr. Mufara is opening companies all over the world. So that, because in the long run, each one of these products will be a company by itself. And there'll be dedicated support, dedicated staff, dedicated tech people. Do not look at OnPassive now as the finished product. Do not even look at OnPassive now as the support system that we have now. It will be massive. Listen, Ash knows as well as anyone, better than most. His number one top priority, whether we see it now, we're not sure now, is support. I don't care how good your products are. If you go on that phone and you don't get the answer you want, you will lose your business. I had this very conversation with Mr. Mufara last night, the exact same one. And there will be people, I can't tell you every language, but there won't be any bigger support system. There will be thousands and thousands and thousands of people in OnPassive working on either the products, how to make new ones, and how to support the ones we have. That is a guarantee. No limit on what it costs to do it. They will be the best. When people call, they will get the answer they want. I'm just telling you, if this is a moving process. In fact, what's happening as they're going, they're building. As they're building, they're going. But they're trying to build ahead. That's why you see this big landing strip for a ship we haven't seen yet. It's getting ready for exactly what you're asking. It's a very good question, by the way. People are concerned. Yeah. Nobody's more concerned than Ash Mufara. They will come in and be treated 5-star. A customer will be treated 5-star, just so you know.
Thank you very much, Brother Matthew, for that. Thank you. Anteline, was that answer satisfactory, Brother John?
Gotta unmute him.
Okay.
Was that good, John?
Yes, very satisfactory. I'm satisfied.
Okay.
Thank you all for the time again.
Anteline, how many hands do we have left? Because we need to wrap it up.
We got Marty, but I think he's a contributor, not a questioner. So I think we're done.
We had a hand up from Guido, I think it is. There he is.
Oh, he got his hand up again. All right.
Hello. Quick question.
Anteline, just hold on, Braquido. Anteline, can you just check for me how many hands are remaining? Then nobody else. I'm not taking anybody else after whatever hands are raised.
Okay. There's nobody, so Guido can be our last person because there are no hands.
Okay. Thank you very much, Anteline. So, Braquido, please.
Thank you, guys. Andy, this question goes to you. I heard you talking about traffic. I love traffic because that's why I drive my business. Andy, I'm not talking about the OnPassive traffic, which the company will generate for us. I'm talking about a private one. Can you tell me which app we'll be using? And is this app going to fish only within the OnPassive, or it will be having the possibility to go outside of OnPassive and fish all over the world? Thank you.
As far as the app is concerned, I believe, and Marty will probably correct me, but I believe it's OTraffic. You have the capability to drive traffic to whatever you choose, be it your business, a restaurant, a shoe shop. It doesn't matter. You get the capability to do that. Now, as I said before, OnPassive will drive traffic for your OnPassive business unless you choose otherwise. Now, my suggestion would be that you start driving traffic with the OnPassive traffic for OnPassive to grow. And if you then want additional traffic for your business, you can have, if you haven't already done so, get a reseller position for your business. Now you've got two separate entities. One is for the OnPassive business, for that to grow, and now one is for your business, for you to be able to sell or offer opportunities to others, whatever the product might be. And you can then buy traffic specific as a reseller for that business. Does that make sense? Okay, cool.
Are you satisfied, Brother Credo? Unmute yourself.
He muted himself. I gotta unmute him again.
I was stuck in, sorry, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
there he is.
So Andy, thank you very much for the answer. I understand that. And
Okay.
the last question, how to be a reseller here on Passive? Did you guys applied already or it's on the way to be a reseller?
We don't have that position available just yet. As I said, it's not open. Hi, Marty, you waving?
Okay.
It's not open just yet, but Marty will answer that one for you then. There you
Brother
go,
Marty,
Marty, over to you.
Can you answer that?
Okay, here's what's going on. We are all founders right now. When the company launches to the world products, we will enter as all customers who happen to be founders. If you want to be a reseller, which unless you're brain damaged, you're going to click a button that says reseller. That makes you a reseller. Any customer that comes into OnPassive has the option to push a button and become a reseller. Many will do that because they're going to see a box when they come in as a customer saying, you can have this money. Everyone gets paid when you come to OnPassive. Woo, swallow that one, buddy. But anyway, yes, you just come in and push a button and that's it.
Thank you, Brother Marty, for that. Thank you very much. Is that answer satisfactory?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So thank you, everyone. Thank
Sister
you for all-
Fumi, Sister, there's 4 hands actually raised in the attendees list. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, Auntie Lynn, can you see that?
Yeah, they just want on,
but they are not coming.
Excuse
they
me,
just
I
want
didn't
on, they want
because
they want on the panel. That's all.
Oh,
they
I
want
see.
to come to
Okay.
the panel, and because we're wrapping up, I
No,
use my judgment and keep them as attendees for that
Yes.
very reason. Otherwise, you'll have a bunch of people raising their hands when we've already said we're ending. So this is why we, so because they can still participate, they just cannot ask a question, and we're about to wrap up anyway, right?
Okay, thank you. Yes, we are. Thank you, everyone, for coming. For those who are founders, for those who are guests, and for those who are leaders, whether on the panel or as attendees, thank you very much. This is where my job ends, and I hand over very much to Sister Gifty. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Auntie Fumi. You did a great job today. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you, our dear leaders, our Godfather, Mr. Marty. We really appreciate you each and every week joining us here, our dear founders. We really do appreciate you coming each and every day. It is so joyous to be here. We are heroes of OnPassive. Thank you very, very much. I want to, encourage you. If you are not well plugged in, kindly plug in. Go to your back office, go to update, webinar, our own network. Visit your back office because it is your business. Also, we have great YouTube channels. Our dear Godfather, Mr. Marty, each and every day is doing live. And also, dear Brother Andy, Brother Red, Auntie Fumi here also have YouTube channel. Check up Auntie Comfort. Check up every I think twice a week. Life is going on. Auntie Lynn, oh my goodness, I do breakfast with her, Rob Lynn. It is so amazing. We have a lot of YouTube channels. Kindly visit and make a comment, listen to what is going on. And also MFA is cooking something. Oh my goodness. And kindly check up in your back office on the 22nd of October, which happens next week, Saturday at 12:30 p.m. US time. And also check your back office. Every information will be there and we will share the information across. Kindly plug in because where we are now, oh my goodness, if you drop out, you are going to lose. God richly bless each and everyone. Thank you for coming. And as Auntie Lynn is going to unmute us, we have to do one thing. We have to wish our mother a happy and joyous birthday today. The mother of our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufari. Today happens to be her birthday. If you can see our background, It is purple. It is purposely designed for her. So please let us unmute ourselves and wish her happy birthday. See you the same time next week here on Heroes. God bless each and everyone. Antolin, please unmute us.
And before we go, we'd like to acknowledge the hard work of our chat guardians run by John Barilla, and we'll give him a quick second to unmute and thank his crew. Go ahead, John. Are you there, John? All right, he may not be available, but they did a lot of work today.
I'm here. Hi.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
good. Go for it.
I'm here. I would like to thank everybody. Let me get my list. A little bit busy in the Zoom today. We've had quite a few things happening, so I was a little bit away. That's why I don't have my video on, and I was distracted. So I hear Lynn calling me though, and here I am. And I would like to thank the folks that are working behind the scenes, helping us. And boy, they were working today in the YouTube. MK Kaylee, Yen Yang 444, Casey Zevenbergen, Kashul Pagoo, Raphael St. Germain, Gina Leva, Listra Tuach, Maricino, Bruce Gerstein. Although Bruce keeps getting knocked out. I don't know. He keeps getting dumped off of these zoos. Anyway, Bruce Gerstein, Miriam Weberg. Sorry, Miriam Weberg, Roy Davies, Yakaya Kadem, Rob Gorman, Dave Rosowski, Willie Wonky, and Nancy Babcock. Thank you, folks, for helping. You're doing a great job. And thank you all very much.
Thank you, John. Thanks for all you do and for coordinating with your crew. It was really active in my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, there are bots. The dating site bots were coming furiously, and I saw you guys report them and block them. So thank you so much. I imagine this happened in quite a few of the YouTube channels. So thank you for all that you do. We would also like to thank June Buckingham and Myra Aquino for the beautiful graphics that they provide. And I'm going to step aside very quickly so you can enjoy this beautiful work of art.
Oh, and Lynn, let me interrupt while you're showing the work of art. Let me just say there's some folks in the chat and the Zoom that are helping. Every once in a while they pop in and they say a little something to help the Guardians out. So I just want to thank the folks that are in there and adding comments and helping us out a little bit. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Sure. That's a good point. You know, we do have helpers that just step up to the plate without being asked. And that's what Unpassive is all about. We're a big family and we love Unpassive, and we're going to do whatever it takes to protect our webinars and make sure that they bless many, many people. So thank you so much. And June and Myra, you can unmute yourself very quickly if you would like to. June and Myra.
Hello, this is Myra Aquino here. I don't think June is available. I just yes, I enjoyed the Heroes webinar today, like always. And I have a personal opinion about comparing Unpassive with Google or whatever other platform out there. There is no need to do that. It's enough for everybody. And we only want to attract the best. So we shouldn't even bother with Google or anything else. It's Unpassive, and that's it. That's all we have to concentrate on it. That's it. Love you guys.
Lovely, Myra. Love how you've come out of your shell. You know, when we first had Myra, she said, I will not show my camera. I'm not comfortable showing my camera. And now she shows her camera and now she speaks. She'll speak like 2 or 3 minutes very comfortably. Really
Yes, we do.
See, she still shows her camera. Beautiful, Myra. Thank you so much for all that you do. All right, now we're going to take it to the gallery. And before I go, I want to mention that this webinar is every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. And we post it in the back office and all over social media. It is open to the public. What you can help us do is share this webinar with the people that you care about. If everyone shares, this webinar would have double what it has. And today we had how many? 300 something, I think we had. 300 something, right?
376.
That's not bad, not bad. But we could be doubling that if everybody did a little bit of sharing. So let's consider that for the future. Share, share, share. And what we're going to do now is go to the gallery. And if you guys want me to spotlight you, all you have to do is show your video. Make sure your video is appropriate though, okay? Because it's being live streamed to 20 YouTube channels. We'll be on here forever on YouTube with tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people watching it. So make sure your video is appropriate. So now we'll take it to the gallery, and I'm going to unmute you guys. Gallery, unmute. There we go. Enjoy the goodbye. We love
Thanks,
you all.
Lynn. Love you all. Happy birthday, Janet. Birthday to Ash's mom.
Bye from
Thank you. Bye, guys. Wonderful rest of your Sunday. Guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Bravo.
Thanks,
Chris. Bye.
Hey, thanks, Andy Burke.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
everyone. Bye, Listra.
Happy birthday to Ash's mom. Happy birthday to Janet.
Birthday to Janet and Ash's mom.
How do you say it? Bye, Marty. Bye-bye.
Bye. No, Marty.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Christina.
Bye, Christina.
Everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you for the
Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye now.
Bye.
Bye, goodbye.
Bye, John.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Ahmad.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, Sister Lynn and everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you all. Bye. Thank you all. Thank you all.
guys for
Thank you all.
coming.
Love you all.
Oh, Mamodu.
Amadou.
Amadou Jallo. Bye.
Bye. No, Miss Umar, it's okay.
Bye.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
I'm Ravi. Bye. Bye.
Angie.
Bye. Have a
Bye,
wonderful
Angie.
Bye.
Can't have it down,
Wow. Amazing. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
I miss somebody, so I gotta be careful. Did I miss anybody, guys? Oh, Listra, did I do Listra?
Yes.
I don't think I did Listra. Listra.
Time around.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye, Listra.
Bye.
I
Bye.
turn my background around.
Hassan is a picture, right? Not a video. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye,
See
Lynn.
you next day. Take care.
Bye, Lynn. Love you.